Nothing like a good warmed up pick, am I right? And I won't tell you what pick that was just yet, because I don't want to give away what picks I use until the end. However, this is part one, and the first picks we're going to go through are what I'd say like a non-nylon pick. So we're going to start with this pick you hear about sometimes on different little chat groups and stuff. The Clayton USA 50 millimeter. It's like an acetate, I think is what it is, acetal pick. And if I could, I'd like to give a little nod to a Michigan company here called Strings by Mail. I'll show you their ad right here. So if you go there, I actually ordered. I've been ordering my picks from Strings by Mail, and they sent that nice sticker, so I went and slapped it on the case. But Strings by Mail, they have every pick you could ever want. And I was able to get these picks I've been wanting to try, and I absolutely love them. So very cool. They're definitely in the repertoire now. So we're gonna go over this Clayton. It's a 50.50 millimeter, and it is that acetal. It doesn't feel like I remember these feeling. Feels a little different. It feels like it has memory. It almost feels like a potato chip. What we're going to do, we're going to get this camera adjusted here so we can get right down into what we're doing. And I'm going to scoot up, and we'll look at these picks together and get real close up and like focus on the kind of picking we're going to be doing and stuff. So we'll be right up in the face of the banjo. So there's our Clayton pick. And right out of the bat, it feels kind of odd. It feels like an Altex, but thinner. And like I said, it has like a potato chip. See how it's kind of, I don't know. I immediately don't like it, I'll tell you that. I really don't care for this pick. It's got a real noisy feel. Yeah, I don't like it for triplets for sure. So, this one would be one I would not recommend for the tenor banjo. There's probably some people that like it. So the Clayton USA .50 mm, I would say negatory on that one. That is not what I'm liking at all. It feels amazing for a guitar pick, I will say that. So moving along here with the non-nylon picks, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Dunlop Tortex here. And I've loved these since being a wee lad. I used to play guitar and use the green ones for a long time. And that's what I used to use on a banjo when I was a kid. But this is a .50, just like the Clayton. And right out of the bat, this feels way better. This doesn't have that memory. It doesn't have that potato chip feel that the Clayton seemed to have. So right out of the bat, I'm liking this a lot more. Thin, just a little bit. I mean, just that right there. That's what would keep me. See a little It does. It feels great in hand. It really does. It's way better than the Clayton. I'd say this is way more doable, especially for like a Dixie, like a plectrum banjo. This would be money, I think. Something with a little less tension, or maybe even a little more tension, like a CGDA tuning. You might just get a little something good out of a CGA tuning with this. So I'd say the Tortex 0.50 would be worth a try. So we will put that one down there in the good pile, ladies and gentlemen. And moving along, we're going to try the Altex. This is a pick I have never really used too much. Again, you can get all these picks and more at Strings by Mail, and they are located in Traverse City, Michigan. It is a website store, Strings by Mail. So look them up, and they have so many picks. This Altex here, these are different. Last time I came in contact, that Rhino had like a white design in the middle of them there. It was white. He was like black border with like a white, almost looked like Neolithic cave art or something. We'll get right into it. Let's see how this... This is a 0.60. I'm definitely not digging this. It's very glassy. And it doesn't... Remember as a tenor banjo player that the pick is our violin bow. So we must be very particular, and I would say this one is a no-go. So good night, Susan. We don't want it. Not good. It's very stiff. They do not make those in a 0.50, and I can't speak. I think they'd probably break. I could see them shattering. So moving along here, we're going to go to this Tortex Flex. This was one suggested to me, and I thought I'd give it a try. So a Tortex Flex, this right out of the bag feels real stiff. This almost feels like that Delrin, right? Or like that fake bone stuff, like micarta or something. Like this almost feels like it's shattered, and it feels way, way thicker than a 0.60. And already I can feel it. It's kind of like imitating that. It's kind of going for this, but in the 0.60 version, like it feels very similar. And I'm not digging it at all right out of the bat, but let's see what it can do. Not too into that. Not into that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the Dunlop Flex Tortex is a no-go. And it's worlds away. I'm going to go back to this real quick. It's worlds away from this pick right here, which is the 0.50, just the standard old red Tortex 0.50. Just there, it's a little thin to get that. So you can just that. Gotta get real exaggerated. I want to revisit this as like it rolls real nice. Yeah, I think for like a Dixieland style of playing, or even like a CGDA. Can chime in. Is this a standard or a staple amongst CGDA players? Because I feel like, I mean, I do not play CGDA, but I do feel I really feel like this, for that Dixieland playing, for the plectrum style and for CGDA, I feel like this would be money. I definitely, this is something not to overlook. I think for us Irish players in the GDA, I mean, honestly, I would say, good Lord, if this was like a .53, I think I'd actually replace one of my picks with it. That much I like it. So going through those, this pick I was going to do with my nylon picks, but I feel this one swims between both. Now, when we get into the next video, we're going to review this pick right here. This is a MIDI pick, they call it. It's a in-between. It's a .67. It's an in-between. And my first experience with these was via this Glow. Because I saw this and I'm like, okay, I love the Dunlop .73s, and I used Brain, the Snarling Dog Brain picks, the .73s forever. I quit using those and went back to Dunlops not that long ago. But I wanted to try this as like an in-between. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this and explain the reason I don't include this. Even though it is a nylon, it is very glassy and has more of a tone of those picks I just showed you there. So, I mean, it swims somewhere in between the two. And I think, like, if you like nylon picks, like the feel of them, but want to get something more glassy, like the Altex, or like this is the one that I liked the least, by the way. I would recommend this one the least. And then beyond that, then that Tortex Flex, I'd say no. But these two picks right here, I say, are very viable to be in your tenor banjo bag or tin, as it were, black box here, like me. These are very viable. I use something similar to that, but different. We'll get into that, into the nylon pick comparison. But right here, this is viable, and I think have one of these on hand. And I do not keep one in my box, and I have a particular reason going into that .53 discussion we just had, and this being a .50. So join me on this second video part of this to compare some other picks. And I would say, speaks for itself, I like this pick the most out of those. But it would be redundant to use because I've... kind of wrapped that one good. I like this pick. I think this will be good for any plectrum banjo player out there. I know it's a great guitar pick. Very great guitar pick. A little thin in my, I like the little heavier, but for the banjo, I mean, this is something to try. So I would say, don't overlook this pick and just say, pass it on by. It feels good. It says, as a friend of mine would say, smooth as a duck's behind, a shtukus. So, very nice. Definitely one to think about. We're going to get right into the next video. So, I'm going to look just like this. You're going to see my face for a second. Maybe not. You know what? Let's just get right into it. So,